Welcome.
I told that. I was telling my husband, everybody that I have met at this retreat, and
Closer to your mouth.
Even people that I've done readings, oh, you are all so lovely. I mean that. And it's really nice because the love that's in this room and the willing to learn and the willing to let go is huge. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to meet all of you. Thank you so much, always.
Yeah.
We met doing your radio show.
Right.
And when I was a guest.
We met doing my podcast on spiritual damage.
Yeah.
That's right. And I reached out just cold to
She
Susan.
did. And I'm going to tell you, my husband, who goes everywhere with me to do these things, and I can't do it without him, he was listening to us, and when Jen was interviewing me, and he said, you two are like yin and yang. He says, you two are going to do so much together. And he was right. He was right. I felt like I knew you for 1,000 years, so we probably had decades of
lifetimes. Yeah, we'll have to get that confirmed by one of our practitioners.
I think so. It's kind
well, that's an actual true statement. When you
Yeah.
meet somebody and it's just this instant kismet, there probably is a pattern. You probably have traveled together, and so let's just make the most of it. One of the things that I really want everyone to take away from this is that if things haven't been going great or if things are challenging, it's okay. It happens. Like, not everything's going to be roses and lollipops and sunshine and fabulous, but we also don't have to sit in the muck either. So I always tell people, get out of your own way. Like, I have somebody right now who's going through a real hard time, and I told him to come up here, and he's like, no, I'm staying in. I just want to feel sorry for myself. Okay, your choice. You can always get off the couch. You can always go do something in a community and serve. You can always go volunteer somewhere. There are churches everywhere. There are always options to get out of your own way. And when you do interact with others and energetically have that community, you never know where you're going to be guided. I mean, Susan, now you follow your GPS. You're part in Arizona, you're part here. But you admit that you don't take care of yourself. And I literally had to force her to get a session with Pat Longo for Sunday morning. Tom, do you understand? She has a session Sunday morning. She never serves herself.
No, I don't.
And what Gigi was talking about is that you have to, in order to get in that heart space where the grace of God comes into your heart, you have to receive it.
True.
And you have to be in the vibration to receive it. All the sage in the world, honey, ain't gonna let you receive it.
No, I get that. And you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But I'm pulled in so many different directions, and the problem is, and I preach about limits and your boundaries, because it's all hard for, I think, all of us, for whatever it is we're always taking on. But it's hard when you're being tugged by, I do a lot with missing people.
Yes.
Okay.
She works with police and missing people, which we should have. I'll have to talk to you about that. We'll have to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Because there's a mystery behind my stepdad's death. Anyway,
Okay.
We'll tune in later.
But when people reach out, it doesn't matter if I'm on a vacation, if I'm visiting my daughter, whatever. Susan, we need help. We can't find her. Da 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 da.
Yeah, you don't say no to people when there's a missing person and the cops call.
I don't. I feel bad because I always put myself in that situation. If it were me, I would want somebody to do that. 9 out of 10 times, probably most people would say, I'm sorry, I'm not available. Okay? But you know what? I believe that. But with me, when I do that, it's interesting what evolves after the people are found. It's really interesting. Okay? So, I do think universe works in very mysterious ways. I do. I was doing a session with a man that was a lovely elderly man. And usually when I do sessions, my body goes through a lot because I actually feel the people's symptoms or the spirit symptoms to what they went through. This is how I can always figure out what did they die from, okay? So I'm telling you, brain cancer, breast cancer, pancreas, I have felt every symptom. My body goes through a lot. All right, so I'm doing this and I said to this man, I said, heart. I said, my God, I feel like I'm having a heart attack right now. And I said, you should have been dead. This was you. And he looked at me and he started to cry. And he said, a year ago, my father died of a massive heart attack. And a year to the day that my father died, I had a heart attack. And I drove myself to the hospital. Didn't know how I did it. Well, from the time he left, my heart had been hurting. So sometimes you have that residue, okay? And I thought, okay, I'm going to clear myself, do all the things that I normally do. and it wasn't going away. So I thought, you know what? Maybe this is it. This is going to be my time, because I really felt it was coming. And I saw my grandmother come while I was laying in bed, and I thought, okay, this is it. I'm going. Okay? And she is sitting there having this lavish meal, and she's showing me this beautiful food that she's eating. And I says, I'm freaking dying here.
And you're eating?
And you're eating is what I'm thinking, right? Well, it wasn't until the next day I'm driving, and she comes to me, and I'm on the expressway, and she says, you have to eat. And I said, oh my God, she's right, because I never eat. I go 15 hours straight with not even a meal.
Right.
Because I boom, 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 boom.
Right.
So you see,
you have to eat.
You have to eat. She was showing me these
Self-service,
things.
yes.
Self-service.
Yes.
So my point of the story is, you're right, we do, including me, and I do put myself out there with a lot. I never, I know it all. No, when somebody's going through something, I say, listen, I know I was there. I remember, because I remember this happened to me.
Yeah.
Because you know what, I try, you don't forget to be human. And put yourself in there. Because honestly, people, I say to people, if I'm telling you these things, it's because I've already been through it. Okay? It's not just something I'm taking out of a book.
Everybody has misery. Everybody has junk.
Oh, yes. And
Don't
anybody
believe
who
your Facebook
says,
profile.
no, well, I call it the fake book.
Yeah, the fake book. Yeah, no kidding.
But you know what? It's okay. But you're right. Taking care of yourself. But I think I was being warned, if I don't take care of myself, that maybe I could really have a heart attack.
Right.
I think it was universe's way of putting me in my place and saying, hey, stop.
Right.
So
Stop,
you're
stop
absolutely right.
We are.
And I took note to that, because I'm like a machine. I just keep going and going, and I thought, you know what? I think I need to do that.
Okay, well, you've got your
So
Pat
I
Longbow,
did
so that's a
that.
start.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
There we go.
In your goodie bags, you guys, you might notice either there was some sage or some Palo Santo. Some got sage, some got Palo Santo. Susan's the one that really tipped me off to this. She says that that Palo Santo is the wood.
Yeah.
Sage smells like pot. And Susan basically told me and got me tapped into this. She sages her car. She sages people's motorcycles. You gotta sage your antique furniture, because there's dead people in it. I'm not kidding.
There is attachment.
That's what Susan opened a cabinet and some German soldier came flying out. I swear you can, Anyway, so sage is for every room in your house. You guys have to sage. It takes the energy. So walk people through what they do with sage and Palo Santo, and then we're gonna get to the reading.
Okay. Sage, I always call it the soap, because it clears and cleans everything. Okay, and that's a really good way to remember it. And Palo Santo is like the lotion. It puts everything good back into your space. A lot of times people will start with just doing Palo Santo. I'm like, no, you have to clear it. Okay? So you have
to putting hairspray on dirty hair.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, you got it. So, but I do, and I listen, I want people to do this at least once a week.
Sage your space.
Yeah, but put it in your phone as a calendar. Now, a lot of times people say, well, my mother, I don't want my mother leaving me, because all of the spirits that come through that I'm able to tap into, I can tell if they're earthbound or if they passed into the light. But the ones that have passed into the light, our loved ones, there's no amount of sage that can get rid of them, okay? This is earthbound spirits and negative energies or attachments. So I say this a lot. You should do this once a week. You should open up all your cabinets in your house, from bathroom to kitchen to everything. That's what you have to first do, okay? And
Doesn't Tom hate this? Your husband hates it when you do this.
He can't stand the smell of it. I said, too bad. He does. He ends up leaving, but he knows. He gets it.
Yeah, it's part of the drill.
It is. He knows. So, but when you start saging, you always start from the basement to the first floor to the second floor. Now, say you have an attic. Open it up with a ladder. You don't have to go up in the attic. But put that sage in there and then shut it. Okay? Then you're going to do the garage with the garage door down. And then you're going to do the inside of your car. Windows should be closed for 2 hours. Now, there's a big fallacy with a lot of psychic mediums where they say, oh no, open the doors when you're doing that. Wrong again. Why? No, seriously, because when you're saging and say there's an earthbound spirit, if the windows are open, you're giving it a chance to go, and you're not getting rid of it. Remember the Wizard of Oz? Do you remember when Dorothy put the water on the witch?
Yeah.
And she said, I'm melting! And then all you saw was her hand.
That's what the spirits do when you sage with the windows closed.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what sage does.
Mm-hmm.
It takes them down to nothing. Do you ever hear of energy vampires?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we have them in human form, and then we have them in spiritual form, which is earthbound spirits. And this is what they do. They feed off of our energy, and this is what gets them bigger and bigger and more powerful. So we've got to stop that. So now, for those of you that are extra intuitive and you feel, or you're an empath and it does exist, then maybe you should be saging every other day, maybe once a day, maybe 10 times a day. You're gonna start feeling the difference. Sometimes I'm on a phone session, I'm getting somebody that's very nice, but horrible. Here's what I'm doing, I'm lighting up. I'm like, woo, I'm lighting up because we gotta get rid of it. So it could be even a relative you dread and you're trying to be nice.
Or you have a really toxic coworker and you have to sage your car and
yes.
everything.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was brutal. It was a long stretch.
But it was. But again, sage. So in that case, maybe 10 times a day. No, I'm kidding. But it's very true.
After, yeah.
It's true. It's very true. And you're going to start seeing the difference from when you saged to when you didn't. Another great thing too. When you're in the midst of moving and you're buying a home or you're renting a home, before you move your furniture in, please sage. You want to sage all the previous tenant or owner's energy. You want to make this more yours. Very important to do that. Okay?
So now you guys have to start with your kit. So we're going to go through some names here, Susan.
Okay.
Time check. What's the time, guys? 11:10. Okay, good. All right, so you I can't take that pressure.
Oh,
yes,
I
dear.
have a question.
Oh, a question. Hold on, Maria's got a question.
About saging?
Yes.
So let's say someone's doing it like in your office,
Mhm.
like if you work in an office building, do you just sage your cubicle or your office within the office?
Right, because you obviously can't sage the whole building. So can
Well,
you just do your
it's
space?
no different if you're in a condo or an apartment. You're going to do your space.
And then what do you do if you really only live in a certain portion or part of your house?
Then at least do your bedroom.
So you don't have to do the whole thing if you don't live.
I would prefer if you did. But in a perfect world, that would be great. But if you can't, here's why I always say your bedroom, your closet, because you are 6 to 8, 9 hours in one place where a spirit could be working on you. So at least do that.
So do your high traffic areas.
Yes.
If you got a big house, do your high traffic areas.
I would. Okay, Cindy Clendon?
All right, guys, this is one question.
I
Ask
am
one
looking at
question.
you. It's so weird.
So ask a question. So everybody, if your name is called, have a question ready. Is it about your dead person or about you? But have something.
Yeah.
So what do you want to?
Because we don't have much time. That's why.
Think about it. You were talking about your daughter earlier. Something about.
Daughter, okay.
Okay.
So how's my daughter?
When-
I don't know, what do I ask?
When's her birthday?
October 28th, 2011.
Happy belated.
Happy belated. How old is she?
Oh, she just made.
Oh, she's sweet. Okay. Her most sensitive organs are mind. Okay? She really takes a lot in. So you're going to have to teach her some of the happy times with her. Okay? Because she does literally absorb a lot. Make sure that there's room for balance of laughter with this child. Because if not, let's put it this way. If something like we've all had a love that hurt us, she can actually hang on to that. So you have to teach her to make her peace and let some of this go. Now she's only 8, but it starts young. How your philosophy is with this child, she's a sponge. But this is a child that internalizes everything. Remember that. She will do everything very, very well, and she's very meticulous. I can tell you. Wait, you'll see it. She's going to be a perfectionist. And this child can be like a little man. She will go to the top in everything she does. So, but keep her from anything bad that happens, the analogy of how to get through it. Because this is a child that will turn into a young adult that will hold on to things that can cripple her later. Remember my words on that. But she's good. She's good. Enjoy her. Enjoy her, okay? Yay. That's a good one. I like that. Next. All right, let's see. Kathleen?
Kathleen.
Wow.
There you go, Kathleen.
Wow.
That was easy.
Yeah. Hi, Kathleen.
When she mentioned her daughter, I needed.
Oh, there's 2 Kathleens.
I think that's fine.
That's your Kathleen?
Who wrote that? That's you?
Yeah.
Okay.
who wants a question?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Kathleen.
You know why she's saying that? Because I just had a reading with her.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah, I
Okay, well
just
then
did.
Kathleen, you're
So there, see?
you started the connection, so let's go.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
very
you.
sweet.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Kathleen.
So
You're
go-
talking about daughters.
So go ahead.
So, I have a daughter who's, in her late thirties, and I'm wondering how her psychic, how she's doing, after a major loss.
Okay, when's her birthday?
February 23rd.
Okay, here's the problem with her. A lot of times she can be disconnected, and she goes into her own little world. This is the way she's always been from birth, by the way. When she's on, and when she's off, she's off. You have to give her time, and she is a slow mover. You cannot rush this woman, and as well as you couldn't rush her as a child. I am telling you. She's very sensitive to things, but she has to work them out in her own time. All you can do is be there. There's other people that you kind of have to help them in a way, and then they start, coming out of it. She's different. She's not that way. So you just keep the lines of communication. And don't just show up at her house because she doesn't like that. Does not.
Don't do it.
Don't, no.
By the way,
No,
did
and I'm not
everybody
saying you do,
put
but-
their name in here that wants to be considered? Has anybody not put their name in here? Just making sure. You
Okay.
didn't more? No, Amy, put yours in. Yeah.
But
Read what
remember
you
that,
said.
okay? Because that's important for her. You just can't do that. And don't get slighted with that. Because I know, well, she's my daughter. Come on. No, she's wired this way. It's how she came into this world. Okay?
I didn't make her that way.
No. No. Great question, by the way. A lot of mothers think that that's because of them. In some cases, yes, but in your case, no. You're a good mom. Don't worry. You'll be a better mother by giving her space and just being there when she's ready to talk to you. She will always have periods of disconnection. Okay? Okay.
Awesome. Keep digging.
Vicki Ray?
Oh, right here, Vicki Ray.
Hi.
What you got, girl?
Okay, my, I have a son named, who was born 6/6/1997. I'm sorry, 1997.
Okay.
And, he ran away when he was 17, and we've never seen him or anything since. We know he's alive and have a private investigator and things, but.
He is alive, I will tell you this, but he also suffers from extreme addictiveness, anxiety. His anxiety, again, came wired into this world this way. This is a child who loves peace, but what he does is he numbs to get his peace. Okay? This is a kid who could live out of a car, and he is perfectly fine with that. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Listen, all you can do, here's what I would do. If this were my child, yeah, you're gonna look for him, but again, he doesn't want to be found. All right, so pray to Archangel Michael every single day for shielding his wings around your son. I promise you, he will be protected, and maybe you can pray for direction and enlightening for him to find his way back. Those are the prayers you need to pray for him. And to pray to give you the strength and the patience. But he's very much alive, but he doesn't want to be found. Okay. Does that help?
Everybody here tonight, let's put a prayer out to Nathan. But send him some juice. And Vicky too. Okay. Oh wait, I said I wasn't gonna pick one. Look at me picking one.
Pick it. Go ahead.
Julie Chesney. Julie. There
Hi,
she
Julie.
is. What's your question, Julie?
Hi.
I want to know if my mother-in-law that recently passed is doing
Your mother-in-law who recently passed? What's her name? Carol Chesney.
And this is odd, it might not be her what I'm getting, but did she like earrings? If it's not her, there's somebody else coming through with earrings. Who loved her earrings? Did she leave some earrings? There's something with earrings I'm getting.
Well, she gave me earrings, but
She gave you earrings.
a few years ago.
Yeah, but she's actually wanting you to wear them. Okay? Her energy is all over, but she is coming through because she really wanted you to have those earrings. So trust me, she's coming through. Yes, she's okay. She made it through the light, and she's saying it's absolutely grand. And she wants me to let you know that she never looked better. This is a woman that is looking her finest. She's saying thank you. Okay, because you really understood. You didn't say much to her, but the meaning of the minds were there. You understood her in a silent way. So she's calling you like you are that silent hero. Got it? And she's saying thank you. She hears you all the time. You talk a lot to her. You do. There's something about the house. I don't know if you've got, is there a picture up on her? You talk to that picture. Thank you. She knows. She's fine. Okay, you need to be fine. Make your peace. She's in great hands. You know, I always say, the spirits, they laugh. They say, don't cry for us, we cry for you. They are absolutely magnificent up there. Please remember that.
Absolutely.
I know. Okay. Leslie Coleman.
Leslie?
Hey, Leslie, hi.
What's your question, my dear?
I would love to know about my grandfather.
Your granddaughter?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather.
passed away.
What's his name?
Charlie Monahan.
Okay.
Charlie Monahan. Paging Charlie Monahan. Charlie Monahan.
Did he pass quite quickly? I'm
Um,
getting it's an unexpected. Okay, there's something unexpected that came, like something turned and went whoosh.
yeah, he was in his 90s, but.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter about
But,
the age,
yeah,
it's
it
how
was-
everybody passes. It's
it
very
was,
interesting.
yeah.
But it was very unexpected. I don't think you expected it at that time. And he kept worrying that God forgot him. Okay? Because he keeps saying, I was pretty much the only one here, and everybody's gone, and God forgot to take me. No, he's doing good. He's doing actually really good. He keeps telling me to tell you that he found his way.
Okay,
Does that make sense to you?
yes. So I guess my only other question is, what's a good way to move past, like, a dysfunctional childhood and baggage? Like, that I'm
Dysfunctional
carrying-
childhood baggage that you're carrying
That you
on?
had.
Yes.
Great
I'm
question.
carrying it. He was awesome. It wasn't from him,
No.
but it was from another side.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like
Um,
he used to try to help me with that, even though I was a kid. I felt like
He loves
had
to
a
wave to you.
connection.
He's
Yeah.
waving to me right now. I see him right behind you and he's doing this. What a great guy.
Oh, yes.
He waved a lot.
He lived in New York, and when he would visit, he would wave. When we used to be able to go to the airport, and you could
See?
go
She's
to the
waving.
gates, and he would.
Okay, but he's waving now. He's right behind
He
you.
would wave his handkerchief.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Okay, the question, and I think a lot of people are going to relate to this question, how do you make peace with something that has harmed you in a dysfunctional way? Great question. Here's what I tell people. You have to look at the situation of stop hoping and wishing that they were this way. This was the best or the most that they were going to be in this lifetime. And maybe the role in a pre-birth assignment that you signed up for was to maybe you were the one that was the sacrificial lamb that decided, hey, I'm going to be the one to be totally different, giving, more loving, more sensitive, in hope that maybe my mother could get that trait from me, or my mother could learn. Now, don't feel it's failure. This was the best that she could be. You actually have to look down at her and say, I feel really bad that she didn't get it in this lifetime. That's how you're going to make your peace. Every time you wish and hope, the illusion we create is going to be very harmful to us. Believe me when I tell you that. Okay? Because
And it's very possible the roles could have been reversed too in
Yes.
another lifetime. We go into victim mode, but we don't know. We could have been the one that was doing that, right?
Yeah.
Because they could energetically feel justified to do that because you did it to them.
Right.
So you forgive and forget all lifetimes,
yes,
right?
you have no memory.
Yeah, just
None.
wipe it all and say, I forgive and forget. I ask them to forgive and forget, and let's not repeat this pattern. I always say that. I go, I'm not going to come back and do this again. So let's learn it now. Because I don't want to have this costume on and another person's going to walk in a different costume and then we're going to have to do this dance all over again. Let's learn it now so we can heal it.
I agree with you. You know, I have a mother that I was not very close to, and it was very hard for me. And whenever I would tell her something, she always had to have it worse, okay? Okay, I mean, seriously.
Anyone can relate? Anyone?
Yeah,
Anyone?
everything was always worse. Okay, but then again, I always felt like I was her mother. So I probably was her mother or her father in another lifetime. And then it hit me when she said something that wasn't very nice to me, okay, because I had thyroid cancer. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I said, Mom, I know what you're going through. Just hearing cancer is scary. She goes, you can't compare thyroid cancer to my breast cancer.
Okay, you win.
I just said, Mom, cancer's cancer, it's scary. But I remember getting off the phone with my mother, and I was angry, and there was bread on the table, and I'm eating that bread like I'm crucifying it because of my anger, and then all of a sudden, it hit me, and I was 47 at the time. This is the best she's going to be. And all of a sudden I says, oh my God, what am I doing? So the problem wasn't my mother, it was me and how I was letting her get through to me. So the problem does become you. These people are, you see them for what they are, okay? They're not gonna change, you know. But how you're gonna react becomes the problem, or it can be a blessing to let it go. And listen, it took me till I was 47 to get there. It was tough. She was not an easy lady. I look at my mother and I think of her with great love, but I also have a lot that was very hard. I believe my mother loved me to the best that she could. Okay, I'll let that go. But then again, maybe I needed this kind of a mother because it taught me how to be with my child. Okay, so then I say, thanks, Mom. Thank you for teaching me, and I did the exact opposite of everything that hurt me. I made sure I was conscious. It's like a recovering alcoholic. When you come from abuse, you are always making sure that you are not going to be that abusive parent that you only knew to have done to you. So you are always watching, making sure you're not going to do that and repeat it. It's very interesting. So this is what they leave us with. So you can look at it as terrible, but then I can say, you know what? I got some good stuff out of it. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, next one.
All right. Allison Kramer?
Hey, your neighbor.
Yeah, a lot of neighbors today at the table. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So my brother-in-law passed very suddenly from the point of diagnosis to death in 2 weeks. And
In 2 weeks he passed? Wow.
In 2 weeks. This is just very recent. Left behind 4 boys and a wife. And I just wanted to check in with him. Obviously, when you pass that quickly, I just want to figure out how I can best support his family. Like,
That's such a sweet question.
If there's anything
You know, and I
you'd
am
like-
sorry because it's always hard when somebody leaves young, but so much maybe of an unfinished life to us. But his life was finished. Hate to say it that way. Yeah. Not everybody's going to live to 90 or 100. Some people are like babies. They're here for a day and they go. You're going to say, well, what's the point? The point is to give us the experiences and how we are going to change because of that experience. So truly, this is school here, and I say this all the time. Does he have a son who's very good athletically?
Yes.
That's the one he loves them all, of course, but I see this boy channeling all of this stuff into his sports, but he's doing really great. Okay? And he's around him all the time. By the way, who is this, your sister or sister-in-law?
This is my sister-in-law.
Okay, she's doing a remarkable job because honestly, this woman is tough as nails. I know she is. And he's very proud of her. So, I'm not saying she doesn't have her bad days, but he's telling me, yes. He's telling me she's actually handling it better than if the situation was reversed. He had no clue, truly, that he was this sick. And I need to tell you that because sometimes people wonder, did he know and did he not say anything? He did not know. I want you to know that. Please tell him that. Okay? I'm sorry, by the way.
Thank you.
I am. That's tough.
Cecily Nordstrom.
Thank you.
Oh, she did. Here she is.
We're reading in a minute.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll get this real quick.
I promise, I promise.
So I'm gonna double down.
What's your question?
This is my cousin, and,
Hi.
I'm thinking a lot about why we're both here today, and I asked her randomly last minute, and both of our fathers are deceased, and they were very close, and they were very much alike, but our mothers are sisters. So I
I guess my question is, do you get anything from either of them?
Either of your fathers?
Who was in the armed forces? Got it. Okay, I keep seeing a man with a uniform and he's doing this. And he loved every inch of that. He was very proud to be in that. Thank you. Got it. I do want to say that. Very, very interesting. Your father loved to laugh. That's all he did was laugh. Your father was more serious, and your father, all he did was make people laugh all the time. This is why they had a great combination. More than you know, okay? Because your father was a little rigid, no offense. He had his way. But this one, you know what? You saw the best in your father because of her father a lot. It made him loosen up. Got it? Okay, because when your father did something, he did protocol and everything. Yes, it is true, I see it. But he's proud of it. But your father is great. And was it your father that passed first? Because he said he saved him a seat. Got it. Okay, so they're doing really good. Okay.
Oh, that's so great.
What's with the number 9? I keep seeing 9s. Think about that. I don't know why. I just saw a 09 for something.
Okay.
I don't know
On
what
the
that
9th,
means.
anything happen on the 9th?
I don't know. I'm getting 9.
Or September?
Huh?
Birthday's on the 9th?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Today's the 9th.
Oh my God! Didn't even know that.
Yeah. Hey, you're supposed to be
See
here.
what I mean? I don't even know the day. Just tell me where to show up. Lord, is it tonight? Yeah,
Today's the 9th.
Okay, great.
Okay. Just shuffling.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Look at her. She's good. Look at her.
Jenny Schranz. Jenny.
Oh, hi. You're so sweet. Look at you. She's just sitting there. Okay. Hi, Jenny.
I didn't expect you to call.
Well, you're meant to be.
Yeah, so I guess my question, my daughter passed 3 years ago.
Your daughter passed 3 years ago. What was her name?
Kayla.
Kayla.
Did she have any messages?
Got any messages from Kayla?
Did she have stuffed animals that she liked? I keep seeing them. This is so odd that I'm getting it. Did she have something like in a car, or there was something that she really liked? That I keep seeing this, but it's not a big one. Did somebody give her something? Why am I getting that? Okay, is there somebody that's young that's around her that's still here, that she's left behind? Like a small child? That's a weird one. I keep seeing a little stuff like a Beanie Baby, or there's.
She used to collect Beanie Babies.
Thank you. Like about this big.
She collected Beanie Babies.
Got it. Okay. Do you still have those Beanie Babies? No. Okay. Well, that's okay. Okay. But honestly, there's just something about that. So maybe this is like a direct thing that only you would have known, because I keep getting about this big. Okay. So it's interesting. She is okay. She's in the car with you a lot. I know you feel her. She sends you flowers and music. Remember that. There's something very pivotal about music. And it took you a long time not to listen to the radio. And she's saying that she's proud of you because she can listen again, because she's sending you those messages. And then I keep getting these single flowers out of nowhere. Okay? She loved color. Okay, so when you see that, it's kind of like she's sending you this message. It's really weird. Okay, but you're doing it. And you were very frazzled to the point where you thought you were losing your mind. I know. And you're doing it. I can't tell you how proud she is of you, but you feel her. You did everything right. Because you go back and forth. Oh, God, it makes me want to cry right now. Okay, you go back and forth with this.
Yes.
Okay. I cry with my clients. All right, remember that.
You did everything
You
right.
did everything right. Okay?
Mhm.
Thank you. Because I feel her inside me right now.
Mhm.
You did everything right. Oh, love you. Okay, but woo.
Wow.
Okay.
Way to go, Kayla. Well done. Way to go, Jenny. Another? Who got? Jeannie Hansen. Hi.
Hey.
Well, look at that.
Yes, we did.
So my question, I was gonna ask you later, but I'll ask you now. Because,
Sure.
so if I have a sensitivity to smoke, how do I sage? Can I use oil?
You could do the spray like what
There's a
Jen
spray.
gave in the bags.
Yeah.
You could do that.
That was only for you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not everybody got the
Oh.
spray. Just the practitioners got
I
the
got a
spray.
good gift. Okay, there
That
it
was
is.
the upgrade for
All
the
right. No,
talent.
just, all right, you gotta tell her where to get this stuff.
Oh, I just got on Amazon. There's amazing sprays. There's so many, but there's a great sage spray, and it just says sage spray. You could just type it right in, and 100 options will come up.
Okay.
Yeah, Amazon sage spray.
That'll help. And then also too, for all the antique lovers and all the things that people like to give us, sea salt and water, okay? Little sea
Little
salt
spray bottle.
in the spray bottle,
Mhm.
okay?
I just. Oh, you're saying you put it in a thing and just wipe it with cloth?
No,
Okay.
spray bottle, and just spritz it, and then it takes away all their attachments to it, and then it makes it really your own.
What about crystals?
Crystals always, okay, great question. Okay, crystals, how do we do that? Crystals should always be sage, so put your crystals on the table, sage them, and they should be in the light at least once a week for a few hours. Put it on a windowsill, the light recharges their energy. Like us as humans, and we get drained, so do the crystals, they absorb everything too.
Wow.
We gotta help them,
Right. In the light.
in the light,
In the light they go.
the sunlight.
Right.
It's like jump starting a battery for a car.
And can I just say,
Oh,
already the person.
did they really?
They really.
Your mom sends hearts. So I see heart-shaped things. I mean,
Yeah,
dog poop, rocks, you name it. I see it. So ask for the sign. Ask for a sign. Or say, show me something, and then butterflies will start showing up, or whatever it is.
So true.
Delegate your loved ones on the other side to start showing you something, and you watch how much fun they're going to have.
So
Golf
true.
balls, whatever.
Golf balls are
Okay.
from him, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're not crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
That was
Oh,
that was
okay.
really
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Stay around.
There we go.
Oh, Ashton. Ashton Preston.
Yes, I don't really have the right question.
Oh, but way to go. She did. Biggest challenges for the next year for Ashton.
When's your birthday?
So
Okay. You're ready for changes. Okay, which is very rare for you because you don't normally like change. Okay, you really don't, but I think you're ready for them. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is I think you're in not a rut, but you're ready to kind of move on and start elevating. Your work is very important to you, and you need to really make this very serious to the point where you need to expand on this. When you do, you are going to elevate quite quickly, my dear. So please do it. If you have to go to school and take a course on something, just do it. You're making yourself happier but bankable. Don't be afraid of it. Okay? What do you do?
I work in HR, but it's funny that you mentioned a class. I'll be finishing my master's in the spring.
You'll be finishing your master's in the spring.
Sure
Well
will.
done.
Okay.
Well
There
done.
you go. Think bigger. You kind of have tunnel vision. Think a little outside the box. Stop being afraid. You got that one toe in the water? Get the body in. You're gonna be fine. Okay?
Get the body in.
Okay.
Dorothy Cleese. Dorothy, what's your question, dear?
I would like to know how my youngest daughter is going to do in the next year.
Youngest daughter in the next year.
When's her birthday?
June 6th,
How old is she?
1993.
Okay, so what is she, 26?
Yes.
Okay. 1983. Okay. Why do I see such fear with her? She's such a love, but sometimes she's afraid to think a little bit or try to take something on.
She's been kicked.
I get it. I do.
lot.
All right. Well, she's been kicked because she's a pleaser. You know it. She is. She's a very kind soul. So when anything is one-sided, what happens? What is it? Laws of attraction. If you keep letting yourself be kicked, you're going to get kicked more. Why do we have a bunch of deadbeats in our life? Do you ever think about that? Like when I have this lady, she says, I've been married 5 times. I've been dating since I was 14, and I'm waiting for Mr. Right, and where is he? I'm sick of it, she said. And I looked at her and I said, because you keep making the same mistake. Just the faces are changing. So here's what universe does, okay? Universe is purposely going to send us the energy vampires. Why? Now it feels like a punishment. It's not. They're sending them because they're rooting for us and they're hoping that when this guy who looks great on the outside, who really isn't, are we gonna fall for it and just be with him? Or are we gonna say, yeah, he looks good, but there's something about him I'm listening? I'm gonna say no.
Stand your ground, as Gigi said, right?
Right.
That was her message.
So when you say no, universe says, oh, okay, Jenniffer learned. We don't have to send these idiots in Jennifer's life. She's got it.
I haven't learned.
I think you are. I do.
I'm doing better.
No,
there is
you
one
are.
current
No, I
idiot, but
really
I'm doing
do.
better.
But does that make sense? Okay, so this is why. So going back to your daughter learns to say no. And in some cases, like your daughter, no equals freedom. This is very important that she has not mastered. Now, in past lives, this girl, and I've already seen her, she's been male many times. She has been a medic. She has been a pastor. She has been a soldier. That's why she's used to getting kicked in the teeth, because she's used to it. She's done it. But in this lifetime, she has to remind herself that she is no longer the medic and the soldier, okay? She's got to think about her. And until she does this, it'll keep happening. So your job is to remind her self-worth in this lifetime, but you can do it, okay? So she's going to be okay, but it's going to be stepping stones. This is another one that cannot be rushed. You have to help her set her up for success. Put her in things that don't frighten her and that she's good with, and her hands are telling me a story. So she needs to do something even as an outlet with her hands. And she needs to be left alone to do it. Don't micromanage this child, she can't do it. Okay? All right.
She's strong.
She is strong. Look at the history of lifetimes that she has had. It's true.
Renee, Crimster. Renee, is that you?
No.
Hi, Renee.
Oh, gosh, sorry, we got a couple Renees. I'm so sorry.
How are you? It's so good to see you when you came in.
Renee, have you ever been told you look like Anne Margaret?
Never.
Beautiful. Anyway, go on. She totally. Work it,
That's
girl.
a good
All right, go
one.
on.
She does. She's very pretty.
Thank you. So I'm wondering, what am I going to get on your job?
Birthday.
July 6th.
You know, there's a lot you could do.
I think you told me this answer twice, but I still want to know. What is it today?
Well, there is going to be a change.
She's testing the psychic medium. You've told me this twice, but maybe today it's different.
No, I actually think though, if you start doing and looking at other things, because it's interesting what I get with you, there's a little bit of everything that you do. It isn't just one thing, okay? So I want you to continue doing that, but think about what you like the best and go for it. But you need to be with people. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. See, you're not listening. Listen to me. I'm not telling you to go retail. Screw that. It's a lot of work. I've done it. I did it. Long time. I did that.
But you know what? Call in the job with the people that enlighten you, and so you feel energized by it.
She's right. Absolutely, Jen's right. You need people. You reason you don't want to do it is because they bottled you down because you're looking in the wrong areas. You need people to help you grow up. You're missing that. It's like male nutrition for you. And you closed yourself up, and that's why you're not finding a job. Okay. I know. Okay, listen to me. Don't be afraid. You have nothing to lose. I say this all the time to my clients. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's the attitude that you have. So go in with no intentions other than you're going to be open and you're ready for what comes your way. But stop blocking it with your thoughts. This is what you're doing. You're already anticipating this isn't going to work for you. How do you know? But you do need people. Jennifer's right. You need the right people to enlighten you. And this is what's going to, and then you're going to say, now I get it. Okay? All right. Soon. Probably within 3 months. Now in 3 months. Okay. Okay,
Go for it.
okay.
What's the time, guys?
11:45.
Quarter till, okay, 15 more minutes. Jennifer Lee, Ren.
Hey!
Go girl, go girl.
Okay.
Vicky got one too while you were out. Yeah.
So, do I need to ask you?
Yes.
Whatever you would like to know.
Okay, I would like to know, timing for,
Good question. Good question. I know you've been burned, and that's an understatement with you. But I love that you're ready. I'm proud of you. I know it's been hard. I already get that. Right away I'm getting it. But I am so proud of you that you're not staying in the quicksand. You are ready. And you're ready to find healthy, happy love. When anybody wants love, please don't pray for love. Happy, healthy love. When you pray for love, you're opening on the revolving door for every Joe Schmo to come through. We don't want them. We want healthy love. Okay? 2020, you are going to actually meet somebody and it will evolve slowly. Here's what I want to tell you. Don't go fast. You go fast. Don't do that. By 2021, you will be in the best of a relationship with somebody. Take your time. Stop being in a hurry and stop thinking biological clock, age. Universe doesn't give a rat's ass about age and times. No timelines. So the more you're saying, hey, it's got to happen right now, they're going to say, well, guess what? You don't get it. Now you're going to wait that much longer till you trust in us. I throw away every timeline. I do. Now, was I always like that? No, it was terrible. I was anal. I was terrible, okay? But now I've learned when I'm meant to have it, I'll have it. Maybe I'm not meant to have it. And I'm okay with that too, as much as I wanted something. So now I just let anything just come, but I pray for all the goodness to come and protect me from all the sadness and wrongdoings and wrong decision making. Please give me the strength to know the difference. This is important. And I say this prayer every single day. And I say thank you every day. I do. Every time a client leaves, I say a prayer for them and I say thank you for giving me the chance to meet them. I do. Something that simple. You know, my daughter's dog, who's had problems pooping, did the dog poop today? Yeah. Yay, I pray for the poop. You're going to say something so stupid. But yeah, I'm thinking, hey, this is good. Her intestinal tract is blocked. We got to help this dog. And I'm clearing her and I'm saging. I got her, but it works.
Send her to Cindy Myers.
I know.
The animal listener over there.
Cindy, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, this is very true. So this is what you have to learn. And when you do, it's all going to come. And I always say, look out. Everybody always wants to tap in. But when you're ready for that, the floodgates will start opening and put you. Please listen to your messages. Please don't try to prove it wrong because they prove us wrong all the time. When you meet a guy and he can look pretty hot. And you can be very attracted to him, but there's something off. Guess what?
Trust your GPS.
He's right. He's right. He's 100,000% right. Okay? So by 2021 is the answer you're looking for. Okay?
You
Now do me a favor.
2020.
Just let it go now. Don't count on the time. Let it go. Trust it that's going to happen and let it go. That's all you got to do. You're very welcome.
Maybe in May of 2020, you'll meet him in Machu Picchu.
Oh, there you go.
And I'll meet one too. I'm leading 2 trips next year if anyone has a bucket list to see Machu Picchu in May or Greece in October. Raise your hand, my Greece friends. My Greece
How
people.
could you not love Greece?
Oh, we had so much fun. They're like my family.
Oh.
My gosh, right? How could you not love Greece?
How do you not love Greece? I'm 100% Greek people.
Yeah. Come with
So
me.
I'm a little prejudiced.
Yeah.
Okay. Linda Goranson?
Linda Goranson.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I was asked by my brother who passed about 10 months ago. Larry, his name is, and his birthday is March 4th.
You
My
know-
dad's birthday.
That's a great name. He was very loved. Everybody loved Larry. Larry was all over the map. And if Larry could help somebody, he would. Why do I see keys? Like a chain of keys. Did he have a lot of keys?
Is he a custodian?
I'm sorry?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, okay. I keep getting keys, so I keep hearing jingling. Keys and coins. So whatever that is I just keep getting that, okay? It's very interesting. But, you know, for the most part, he was actually happy. He tried to do as best as he could. You know, he had a little bit of ADD going on with him, okay? It was hard to keep him centered and focused, but his love for people were everything, okay? Everything. He made his peace, and he's good.
And does he have a message for me?
He hears your prayers. You pray for him all the time. You pray that he's okay. He's saying, stop praying, I made it there. But I know you pray for him all the time, okay? But he's saying, it's okay, I'm really there. He comes to you. Do you dream of him? Have you dreamt of him?
No.
Who dreamt of him?
No.
There is somebody. He's talking about the dreams. So,
That might be, I can dream more.
oh,
So that might be a way for
you do dream work.
me to communicate with him.
Okay, so, see? Okay, so he's telling me that the dreams are real. So your work is real, but your messages are real. Got it? Okay, no, I'm serious. He's talking about the dreams. This is very, very important. Yeah, it is. Okay, but all of that is going to unfold. So it's kind of like automatic writing. You know what that's like. If you do dreams, you have to know automatic writing. Okay, so what is automatic writing? When you just start writing and things just start materializing in what you're writing, and you have no control to what you're writing, and after you're done, you read it and say, I wrote this. How did this happen? Why? Because Spirit is guiding us and using our body as a tool. And that's what your brother is doing for you with your dream work. That's why he's saying the dreams are real. Okay? So this is how your brother communicates. Write it out, and there you're going to get a whole conversation with your brother. But you have to allow it. Don't micromanage it what you think. Well, no offense, but you like to control things. Okay. But it's all good, and I'm saying this with love. But just kind of sit back a little bit, and when you're doing the dream work, now you're going to have full-fledged conversations with him. Okay? And you will. I like that. And I love what you do as far as your dream work. Excellent. So that's great. Okay? All right. Jody, Mug.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Did I see you yesterday?
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
Jody. How's it going?
It's going okay, thanks.
Okay.
I guess I would ask, did my mom see how hard my husband and I, it was for us to take care of her dog after she passed? I mean, she know how hard it was, and is Vinny and Tiffany with her now?
Vinny's with her, but I'm going to tell you what happened. When your mother passed, the dog kind of died too.
Okay.
This is why the dog acted out. It's not that you didn't do a great job with her dog.
Okay.
You did. It's just, no, you did.
Yeah, we did.
But he was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
He missed his mom. Okay, so basically he was like slowly dying of a broken heart. You did everything right.
Okay.
All right.
Is Tiffany with her?
I'm not getting Tiffany. Was Tiffany a smaller dog?
No, Vinny was.
Vinny was a smaller dog. Okay, no. I'm just getting Vinny.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Thank
but
you.
honestly, he died of a broken heart.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay, thank you.
That's a tough one. And yes, animals do come through. Animal spirits are huge.
Jennifer Romeo. She's in a reading. Okay,
It's okay.
we'll hold that. Well, then she's getting, go.
No.
Yeah, hurry. Do somebody, quick. We have lunch and Pamela Murphy.
Hi. How are you? Okay.
So, I would like to ask about my brother who passed on April 30th.
Why do I see speed? Speed, fast. What, did he do things fast? Okay.
Au contraire.
He's the turtle. He was the turtle.
Yeah.
Okay. So who does everything fast in your home? Who's the person who's fast paced? Okay. But it's almost like shh. Like you're He's with you all the time when you're traveling.
Yes.
But I see all this speed, like slow it down. You're in a hurry thinking that I got to get this done or else. It'll keep, he's saying, it'll keep. I guess what he's trying to say is he's reeling in your balance. But that's the message. Slow it down. I keep seeing speed. So either it was him or it's you, but the message is speed. And this is what he's trying to say. Okay? He really is okay. He really is. This is a terrible thing I'm going to say, but I'm going to say this. When he would try to picture himself getting old, he never could picture it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. The reason I say that is I think he knew in his subconscious he was never going to live a long life. So that's how you're going to make your peace. He knew it, but he's okay with it. There you go. All right. There. Okay.
Yeah, do one. It's almost 12.
I can't read it on the glasses.
Maria Lizniak. Hi.
Hi, Maria.
You know, the question I would like, I just opened a new healing center.
You just opened a new healing center?
And I just feel like I kind of treat it like my child.
Sure.
And I think my child will
It's an unhealthy child you're treating like your child, your healing center? Yeah.
develop very slowly.
It's developing slowly.
So I'm wondering where can I add some.
You're going to get mad at me, and I'm sorry. You need to switch your location. So, I know you're not going to want to hear that. I know that. I know. But it's the center of the land that's stalling your business. Sorry to tell you that. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. Nothing.
Places matter.
Yes.
You go and you clear houses. They're
Businesses.
businesses.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're built on top of cemeteries.
Yes.
Sometimes, I mean, there's stuck stuff. This is true. Locations matter. They really do.
And that's what's stunting your business growth.
So if that's not a possibility right now.
Okay. So, do you sage? Okay, how often?
At least like once a week.
No, you gotta do and because you're a healing center, it's fine. Nobody's gonna think you're nuts. Do it every day. You gotta do it every day. And you should be doing that even for yourself. Sage yourself, sage your car, because anything that you're bringing in from the healing center is in your home. And I know you don't sleep well. Your sleeping is up and down, up and down. You don't have this constant flow of sleep. I am telling you, this is what's bottling down. You're doing everything right. So I don't want you beating yourself up. I'm getting the space, the land. It's always the land. It's never the space, it's the land. Where is it at, may I ask?
It's on the border of Chicago.
Oh, I know where you're at. I can always clear you. I can clear it.
Get Susan over there.
Seriously,
Show
I
her your
really
kid.
can. I can.
Ken
Or
does it
email
too.
me. And yeah, email Ken too. It doesn't matter. I don't care who goes to who. Just go get the help. Okay? I'm big on that. Ken does
All
it.
right, one more.
So, yeah. Okay. Barb.
Barb.
Who's Barb?
Barb. She was helping in the other room. All right, okay, one more. We'll get Barb.
Okay.
Yeah, Barb was in here.
Steve
Goranson. Steve.
Hi, you. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay.
My concern is just for the future of my son, Adam, who is 46 years old.
Mhm.
47. October 22nd. This is
Yeah, no, I'm trying to just get what I'm getting from him. He doesn't always make the right decisions. And he's filled with emotion. So he makes them based on his emotions, not his logic. What you can do is teaching him to think things through. How do you do that? Some people you can't tell them, but some people it's better when you have conversations with them. And then as you're having conversations, he'll say, oh, good point. Oh, I didn't think about that. You have to always have conversations, and that's how you're going to help him understand what he needs to do to be more aware. He's a late bloomer, but I love late bloomers. My daughter's a late bloomer too. When she finally blooms, she blooms. And I always say, those who bloom last, bloom longest. Keep up the faith. He will be good, but he always needs a manager around him, emotionally, spiritually. He's also very intuitive, I'm getting. He needs to be cleared a lot. And it will help him facilitate better decision-making based on the better energy that's around him. Okay? He's also really, he does have a business sense. He just doesn't know sometimes. He clouds up. But man, when he takes off in business, woo, lightning. He's smart. I like him. He needs a manager to bounce things back. You're going to be there. Okay?
I've been trying.
But you know what? Keep going with it. Keep talking, having conversations with them. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, everybody, we're gonna break for lunch. Please, if you see an intuitive, let them through because they've got work to do, and enjoy, and we'll break and we'll be back at 1 o'clock. So, thank you so much, everybody.